on, everybody? So I had to put a pause on the time lapse because I had to show you what we got done. So over here we got our blue grande in. This is a shell gray colorway. We have our gray nickel walkway in, but as you can see, the boys went ahead and covered it up because we don't like to, what's it called, have all the dirt kind of sitting on top, because it like kind of seeps into the pavers and it's a nightmare to get off. So white paver always gets covered at our job sites, and I'm probably going to start doing it with all the paver, but we'll see. So the electricians came by and they ran all their lines. They pulled all their piping and everything, so you can see that over there. We had an issue with the pillars, but I'll get to that in just a little bit. Also, the plumbers came through, hooked up their gas lines. So we had one here and we had one to the grill over there on that side. Over here, we had an issue with the pillar blocks where we had to rip down all the pillars. It was about 11 and a half pallets that we had to return. So all of this got broken down and we have to rebuild them whenever we get the new material in. Now onto our pillars, where we had to take them all down because all the material that was here. He wants to be in the video. Shh. All right, back to our pillars, where our pillars were, well, we had to take down all of the pillars. So all the pillars where you see conduit pipe, that right there had to get taken down because all the material started to crumble just after like a week of installation. So it went in nice and smooth, and then I'll show you over here what happened to them. So the block, as you can tell, after 1 week of installation started to crumble like this. The whole face of it turned like this like grainy look. So it has to be really smooth. It's supposed to go for like a modern look. This looks like ancient. And if you rub your finger against some of the areas, you'll see the aggregate starting to expose. So it's not a good offer, but luckily Teco Block is taking care of this and we should have a solution by tomorrow. So with that being said, back to the time lapse where you're going to see everything else being built out. Stop the time lapse. We have some major updates on this project, but first you may be wondering, why do I have the bunny ears? We just did a little reel for our Instagram channel. You can go check it out. Here's a little preview. All right, so up here we finished our entire pool patio. We did all the cuts on here all around the pool. We're missing our final cut that we do all the way around, then we fill it in with poly sand or the flex lock. It's like a outdoor silicone, and then we put a little bit of poly sand on top just so it moves with the pool. So over here we have our drain channel. Pretty much it's gonna catch all the water that kind of flows outside the pool and from the house into here, collects into a 4-inch drain pipe outside the wall, and it's gonna cause us no problems. On to this side. All our pillars are back in, and we called in Tackle Block. They give us a brand new batch. So we took down the old ones, put in the new ones. These look much better and much cleaner than the ones that we had in the past. So yeah, they went in. We have our lights all the way set, and we have our conduit pipe. Trash. Don't drink Coke. On to this side of the project where Abiel started framing out his chimney. You see this concrete beam across? This right here, we put them onto all our chimneys because it supports all the weight, so it doesn't sit on top of the aluminum, because over time that aluminum will bow and it will cause a lot of problems. So that $200 beam is gonna save us a whole lot of money. So I like to call it cheap insurance. You call it whatever you want. On to the next step. On to the front, we started doing our landscaping already. We laid down these Borealis edge blocks, and they're about 8 inches wide, I think. 8 to 10 inches, something like that. 8 to 10 inches wide, and we lay these out. They're much thicker than your traditional edge stone, but in my opinion they look much better when you have such a large space like this. So we have them going around the 3 sides and wrapping up on the back side. This section we're gonna have some lights. This thing's gonna look really nice because we wanted to kind of tie in with the whole backyard, not just have a bunch of mulch on the ground. So we have some lights and everything going in here. They're all gonna be done with bold, so it's gonna look really nice. So that pretty much wraps it up for this update. Next video we're gonna be showing you how we do the tongue and groove ceiling. We have some UFP edge going in, some decorators going in on that as well, and we have some El Dorado stone veneer going on the chimney. And pretty much we're gonna be putting up all the nice touches, power washing, fence. We're gonna see all that in action, and hopefully we get some final shots for you. So stick around for that, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.